Creating a landing page in MailChimp is extremely simple. So please go to your MailChimp account and we're going to do a couple housekeeping things before we get started. First, we want to click on the left-hand side where it says audience. Then we want to go to the right-hand drop-down box and click settings. What we want to do is make sure that we have the employer field set up under where it says audience fields and merge tags. So click on that and then scroll down and click add a field. Here we want to create a text field and then click on untitled and just put in employer and then hit save changes. Next, we want to go to the Give 401k Advice / Students page. Open up the week 2 landing page pictures. Click Enable Editing. And depending on which picture you want to use, I'd recommend using the first one. Right-click it and hit Save As Picture. I usually save these to my desktop so I could easily delete them later. Now we want to go back to the MailChimp page. Now what we want to do is go to Campaigns. Click in the upper right-hand corner, Create Campaign. And then on the left-hand side, click Landing Page. Here we want to give this a plan name. So I'm going to call it Plan Confidence How-To Guide. You can name it anything you want, then click Begin. We're now going to see several different templates that we could use. The one we're going to use today is the second one from the right called Wild Country. So double click that. This will now bring up the ability to edit their template to make it look exactly how we want to. The first thing we want to do is click down below where it says image and get rid of the image of the people hiking through the mountains. Here, we're going to upload the picture that we just saved to our desktop. And I would recommend you uploading your logo or your headshot as well too, as we'll need that later. Now you can see the picture's too big, so we want to go back down to that little box next to the word image, click fill. This will bring the picture to its original size. Now we want to create a nice blue box around that so it doesn't look like it's just hanging out. So click on color, scroll down, and where it says hex with the 000s, we want to put in 154399. That's the color pattern that's the same as in the picture. So now the left-hand side of the top part of our landing page is done. Next, we want to edit the right-hand side. Hover over where it says Tours, and then click the Delete button. Then confirm you want to delete it by clicking Delete. Now click on the words Wild Country. You'll see on the right-hand side of the screen, this is where we do all of our editing. So we're going to change this to Get Your Guide Today. I like to keep everything uniform, so I'm going to highlight the text. Up where it says Styles, Font Size, the next box over, I'm going to click that box, then click More Colors. Now I'm going to click any color on the side, and then change the hex box again to 154399. This will make the color scheme the exact same as to the left. Now I'm going to click below where it says email address. Here, you'll see we only have the email address displayed, but on the right-hand side, there's other boxes we could also choose. The less information we ask for, the higher the probability of somebody completing the form. So all I want is their first name, and I want to make that required, so I'm going to toggle that switch over, and their employer name. I also want to make that a requirement. So now you can see we have email address, first name, and employer listed below. I want to change the button text from subscribe to please email me the guide. Now, if we continue to scroll down, it says confirmation message. This is what's going to appear after somebody puts in their email, first name and employer, and then clicks, please email me the guide. So I like to change this message. Right now it says success, you've been added to the audience. I want to change that to congrats. Your guide is on the way. Please be on the lookout for an email with your guide from Kevin at Plan Confidence. For more information. Now, I put for more information, please check out planconfidence.com. This is where you're going to put your own web address. However, it's not going to be linked back to your website until we actually tell the system to do so. So maybe I want to send them to a specific page on my website. In this case, I want to send them to planconfidence.com/individuals. So I'm going to highlight that and hit Control-C or copy. Then I'm going to go back to MailChimp and I'm going to highlight the terms planconfidence.com. And the bar where you see bold, italics, underline, and then there's a little, looks like a chain. We want to click link and then hit Control-V and paste in where we want to take our individuals after they click that link. So click insert and now it's done. Then you see up here where it says preview confirmation message. We're going to click that and this is how it will appear when somebody gives you the information and click submit. Now if they click the hyperlink, it's going to take them back to the page we want them. Click exit preview, because one of the things I want to do is I want to actually edit the design of this box. So if you go up to style under sign up form, it's now going to ask questions about how you want to make this look. You can leave it the way it is, it looks fine, but I want to make it a little bit more sexy. First thing we're going to do is change all the font to, you guessed it, 154399. Now the font is blue. The line spacing's fine, everything's good, border, but I want to make it a little less sharp and make some rounded corners. So I'm going to drag this to about halfway, and you can see where it says email address, first name, and employer now are rounded. Now the color for the font, I'm going to change to white by clicking on the box and going to the upper left-hand corner. So you can see the words just went away. But when I scroll down, you'll see the word background, and we're going to change that background by clicking the hex key and doing 154399. Now we have a nice blue button that sticks out with white text. We reversed the design to really show them that's what we want them to click. And I want to round it off, make it stand out a little. Now under settings in the upper right, I would like the button to be centered. And now I hit save and close, and the top part is completely designed. Now we want to get rid of some of the blocks that we do not need within the landing page. So hover over, kick off your next adventure, and click delete. Confirm it by clicking delete. Then we have the 3 boxes here, one-of-a-kind tours, travel like a pro, get the VIP treatment, click delete and delete. We don't need those boxes. You'll see that if you hover over the blank spaces, we have 2 spacers. I want to delete those the way that we deleted the blocks by hovering over the space and clicking delete. Now we're left with the take the road less traveled. So we're going to double click that and you'll see it's going to open up the design page. First thing we want to do is click the words replace next to the image on the right. Here is where if you uploaded your logo or your headshot, just double click it and it'll put it right in that spot. Perfect. Now I want to change the verbiage. And I want to give a 1 or 2 sentence explanation to personalize it a little more. Thank you for your interest in taking control of your 401k. We hope that our informative guide gives you confidence in managing your plan. Something very short, something very sweet. Now, I'm going to go back to my website because almost everybody on this call is going to need their disclosures. Whatever disclosures you're required to put in there, this is where you're going to do it. Normally, you'll find those on your own website. Here, I'm going to Control V and paste them in there. Now you can see they're the same size. So I don't necessarily want that. So I'm going to highlight my disclosures and I'm going to change the size to 12. And then I'm going to click italics. But now I want the top end to stand out a little bit more. So I'm going to highlight that text and I'm going to click bold. So now we have a sharp looking picture, a little bit of verbiage. Maybe I want to separate, we hope, the informative guide to make it stand out a little. And then I'm going to click save and close. Now, if you scroll down on the left-hand side a little, you're going to see there's still a little information here that we want to get rid of. So under Wild Country, hover over that, click delete. Over the button, get a quote, click delete twice. And then scroll down on the left-hand side on the picture and click clear. We now have a nice border, white border on the bottom, which is going to kind of hide that MailChimp logo, which you get with the free account. So now we're pretty much done. If you want to preview what it looks like, in the right-hand side, it says give feedback, help, and the word preview. Just click preview, and this is going to show you what it's going to look like on a computer. Very simple, very clean, very effective. If you want to see what it looks like on a phone, again, give us your email address, and we'll give you the guide. But we're not done yet. So click the red X and get out of the preview mode, and click in the bottom of the screen, save and close. Now we're almost ready. You can see we have the page title, the URL it's going to be at, audience and tags that are set up there, the content that's on there. All we need to do in the upper right corner is click the word publish. When you do that, it's going to give you the URL, the web address. You click on it, that you're now going to use in every email campaign, Facebook ad, LinkedIn marketing, anywhere you advertise the how-to guide. This is the URL that you're going to use, and it's going to send them directly to here where they could easily fill out their information and they could get that guide. You've now just created your first landing page.